Hello world, welcome to Queer in Science, Theology, Philosophy and Spirituality, QSTPS, the LGBTQ Center for Science, Theology, Philosophy and Spirituality, and we're back. We are still doing on comparative religion and we want to close it. It's an introduction. Of course, we're going to do, this is not, we're just introducing to you what I think. I like telling you what I'm thinking in my mind and my spirit and my heart. Do you know all of them are the same? They're all inner spaces. And I'm just thinking about how religions are connected to each other. The way I had told you that just like a musical instrument has very many strings and very many notes, we have very many types of ideas, many types of philosophies, many types of religions, many types of music styles. So, like, personally, I call the denominations of the world, I call them religions. Yes, every denomination is a religion. It's just that the reason why we don't call them religions, or we should call them sub-religions, is because they are slightly different from another denomination. So like Christianity has over 1,000, I think over let's put it at 500 denominations. Yes, Christianity has very many denominations, very many sects. Islam has over 50 and between 1 and 100, 1 and 70. Yeah, so what you can say, Islam is a religion, a mega religion. Then it has 70 types of religions. Same to Christianity. And now when you go to music, it's the same thing. You have jazz music, you have classical music, you have rock music, you have an African music, you have Chinese music. All of these are genres. But then when you go to each genre, like jazz music, there's a different type of jazz. There's Afro jazz, there's acid jazz, there's contemporary jazz, there's classical jazz. Those are the denominations, those are the religions. And as we've been saying, religions are systems. They are legal systems. They are cultural systems. They are lingual systems because they have language. They have a dictionary. That's why if you're a jazz musician and then you go and meet a classical musician and you want to play together with them, then you tell the classical musician, hey, just give me a stride. The classical musician will look at you and say, what are you saying to me? It's because they belong to different legal systems, And it's the same with religion. You're a Christian and then you meet a Muslim and then the Muslim tells you it's time for Shahada. And you're like, what are you saying? You see, it's because the Muslim belongs to a different legal system other than the Christian. So that's the same with ideas and theologies and religions around the world. Same to denominations, Catholics don't agree with Methodists in certain areas. So what is the world's goal? The world's goal is to try and create harmony despite those differences. Look at the world where we're in. Are you seeing the ground? Look at that. Thoroughly no organization. It's just existing. Actually, that's why I like jazz music. Jazz music is just music. It's noise. Anything goes. And that's how the world is in reality. Classical music is not bad. It's just organized music. And organized music in the sense that this place, this land here, you're seeing here, will be organized. They will trim it. They will cut anything to make it look so regular in shape. But jazz music has a mix of irregularity and regularity. So it's a more liberal musical form than classical music, which is a bit conservative and rigid. Now, and that's the same with some religions. Some religions are rigid, they don't allow you to do certain things. And then other religions are very liberal. Like Hinduism is very liberal. Everything goes in Hinduism. But in other religions, they are very strict in certain areas. Some cultures are liberal, you know. Other cultures are very rigid. They demand you to do certain things. Like, cultures which allow female circumcision. Those are very rigid cultures because they put women they subjugate them to their culture. Then other cultures, because not all cultures circumcise women. Yeah, what does that mean? In some cultures, women are freer, they are more liberal than in other cultures. That's why I disputed a saying, an African saying that says the person who doesn't follow his culture is a slave. No, it's actually the person who follows his culture. He is a slave because his culture may tell him to do something that he really doesn't want to do, but they have to do it because that's their culture, you see. So that is slavery, because humans should not be bound to anything because they are gods. We are gods. So nothing binds us. There's nothing that binds a god. That's what you need to know. In fact, right now, even though we are gods, we are citizens of our country. Do you know why? Because the country, when it was set up, it made laws. Now, those laws state that if you're born in that country, you're a citizen. And if you're a citizen, you are bound to follow the law of the country where you've gained citizenship. And laws and being in a country or citizenship is like being in a religion. You see, when you are a Zambian, it's like you're in the religion of Zambia. When you are an Indian, it's like you're in the religion called India. So an Indian is a person who follows Indian laws, just like a Christian is a person who follows Christian laws or Christianity. And this is why the world is in very much chaos, is because we follow very many legal systems. You're a Christian, the same time you're an Indian, the same time you are a Methodist, the same time you are LGBTQ, the same time you are all of these. So the advantage, the reason why there's not so much chaos though, even if it's chaotic, it's that these legal systems are virtual. They're unseen, you see. So all you need to do in your day, like let's say you are a Christian, Methodist, Indian, lesbian, for example. Now what does that mean? When it's time to pray, you'll go to church on Sunday. So I know your timetable. On Sunday, you'll be in church and you listen to a Methodist type of sermon. Then after that, you will go and look for your lesbian friend to have fun. So 4 hours of your time has gone to church. Another 12 hours has gone to be with your lesbian friend. That's 18 hours. 16 hours of the day has gone. And then you're an Indian, so you want to go and catch up on the news to find out what's happening in your country. So you'll spend maybe 5 hours. That is, let's say 3 hours watching the news. That is 16 plus 3, 19. Then you go to bed, 24 minus 19, 5 hours sleep. So the more legal systems you're in, the more you'll have a lot of time. The more you'll need a lot of time to do a lot of work. That's why when you find somebody who is just an atheist, an atheist Zambian, the only thing that's disturbing his brain is following the laws of Zambia and maybe reading a bit of science, but he's not bound to legal systems. But somebody who has very many legal systems, all of this, they tend to be very busy because their time they have to cover for each system they are following, you see. Yes, I'm LGBTQ, so I have to give time for my LGBTQ lifestyle. Then after that, I'm a professional, so I have to go and work. Then after of being a professional, oh, I am a citizen, so I have to find out what's happening in the nation and give my input. And then, oh, I'm also a Muslim, so I have to get to the mosque, time to pray. So all of these, you are in very many legal systems. And one of the reasons why some people don't understand the why people fight for LGBTQ rights is because it's there's what you call system priority. Some people value one system over another, and they prioritize them. So, like, when you are a Muslim LGBTQ person, and I've met very many of them, majority of them put their religious system as the priority system, their first system that they really value. They will listen to first before anything else. Then secondly, they will think about their LGBTQ lifestyle, the LGBTQ system, or not the LGBTQ system. Then they'll think of their secular system, their professional life, what they do for a living. They put it second. Then thirdly, they put the LGBTQ system as the third system to think of or value. Now, for me, I'm different. And that's why some people may not understand me. Why do you talk about LGBTQ issues all the time? It's because I put it as a priority. Yes. It's my first system. I love it. I love the LGBTQ lifestyle. I love the gay lifestyle. If I had all the money in the world, that is all I would pour my money into. Yes, it's a priority. I would have chosen that Christianity is my priority. Yes, I would have. And I would have chosen, yes, you can be you can be a gay Christian, but you put your Christianity first because that's what's close to your heart. Alternatively, and I think the best one is to put the secular system first, the professional system. That is what like when I put the LGBTQ one, I'm not saying I put the gay sex first. No. Besides, what I'm trying to say is that some people have a secular system that is connected to their passion. It's very good to have a job that is connected to your passion. So if you are an LGBTQ activist, and then you have a job that is connected to your passion, it's beautiful. So that's one way of trying to solve the priorities problem you may face. Connect your system to another system. I was talking to another Muslim, and he told me something very nice, and I agreed with him that people need to understand that you don't have to be religious. You don't have to go to the mosque or church or temple to show us that you're spiritual. And I agreed with him, and he said, you can actually, your religion is even seen in how you do your work in the office. And I said, yes, that's true. So sometimes some people, if you have a problem prioritizing, just combine the systems together and make them one. So like now, when you're an LGBTQ person who is a lawyer or an executive, you just go to work. Or if you're an LGBTQ pastor, yes, you can be. You're there, do your work, like what I'm doing now. I'm still in the LGBTQ system, much as I'm in the Christian system or religious system. Yes, so it's combined. So I'm not feeling like I have to run here and then put on another mask, then I change the mask. So that's the lesson I got from him, that just do your thing. Yes, you are who you are, and who you are will show in what you do. And remember, in the other video we did, everything is spiritual. Even what I'm doing right now is spiritual, because somebody is going to take time to listen to me. at the same time, I'm also teaching myself. Wow, look at the background behind me. Very nice. I'm enjoying it. So I want to just go through another book. Here is The Origins of Christianity and the Quest for the Historical Jesus Christ. And I just want to show it as comparative. You see, the context, the content books, they have Buddha, Horus of Egypt, Mithra, the sun god of Persia, Krishna of India, and Prometheus of Greece, and the creation of a myth. The Son of God is the Son of God, and the book of Revelation is Egyptian and Zoroastrian. So we're still talking about comparative Christianity, but I like this book, and I'm going to go through it, and it's showing you that how the ancient religions of the world are actually connected to each other. That's what people need to understand. And why is this very important? It's important so that we do not fight science. And in fact, we're going to have a playlist called Reform Religion, the Reform Religion playlist. This is where we are now reforming religions to accept science and to be more liberal. Yes, who said that just because Christianity and Islam are rigid, they can't be reformed? They can be. And that's what we are doing with these videos. We are reforming them to accept LGBTQ clergy. We are reforming them to accept LGBTQ congregants. We are reforming them to accept LGBTQ academics. We are reforming. That is our job. That is the main job of QSTPS. It is to show the world that LGBTQ persons can be fully spiritual just like straight people. LGBTQ persons can serve God or gods just like secular straight people. LGBTQ persons can worship just like straight persons. That is what we are trying to do, and that's why we are always here doing videos, and we're going to have a playlist to reform religion. The reform religion to help religions that have been rigid for thousands of years to now soften and become more liberal. Of course, there's liberal Christianity, but we are doing it because of the area we live in. We live in Africa, and very many religions are rigid. They are still rigid. Even if they do the things in the closet, we are encouraging open, liberal approach of life, that you shouldn't hate somebody who comes with a tattoo to church, comes with a dyed hair. They are welcome and they can worship God. Most of these people think they can't worship God. Yes, and that's wrong. They can worship God, especially Christianity. Jesus Christ shed his blood for everybody so that everybody can come. Yes, everybody can call on God now. Everybody. Nobody cannot call on him. So because of what he did, not because of what you did. That's the problem to solve in religion, also to reform in religion, is to kill the wax religion, where people feel good because of what they do. And they don't feel good about who they are. They feel good because of what they do. That I've done good, so I'm good. No, you're already good. You're a God. You're powerful. Now, when you do good things, that's a bonus to your character. But even before you do anything good, you're already good. Yes, you are powerful and you are God. So we're going to be doing this more. I just wanted to show you this book and continue to it's like a reinforcement of the fact that religions are related to each other. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. I've enjoyed being in the forest today, and it is lovely let's leave you with looking at the trees. Look at how old that tree is. So wonderful. And let's widen. Yeah, that's nice. You see? Very beautiful. Yeah, that's nature. That's the world. Irregular, yet regular. It's beautiful, ain't it? All right, guys. See you.